I'm Douglas Bird.
And I'm Ryan Bird. So we got married in 2016. We have a 9-year-old daughter, or she'll be 9 in February, and we have a 3-year-old Everett. And, life before Crosspoint, we got married. We went to church at Stonebriar Church in Frisco. We bought our house in McKinney at about 2018. 2017. And then soon after, welcomed Everett. And then the pandemic hit. But before the pandemic, Douglas and I really felt disconnected. Both of us were raised in a church, and we wanted to raise our kids in a church. And we just felt like we really needed a community to reach out to raise our kids in the church. And we were looking for something in the community. So we found Crosspoint on Google. And then we visited Crosspoint's website, and I was like, yeah, this looks cool, and it's really close to the house. Let's just go over and see what it's like.
Like she said, we got married, we started to go to church, and then once we moved to McKinney, we did not have we were really plugged into the community. We had a newborn, and we needed to find a church for our family. We wanted to raise our family in a way that would be beneficial or as God's plan, and we wanted our kids to be involved like in church as we were growing up.
We tried other churches, but we have different backgrounds. I was raised Methodist and he was raised Baptist, and so we had different views coming into this about what going to church looked like and God and the whole relationship, and even in marriage. We struggled with what does that mean and what does God want and need us to do. So we visited a couple of churches, and it was difficult to find something that we both could agree on.
One of the things that was, was very memorable to me about the first time we came, and it has to do with the music service. My uncle had passed away from stage 4 brain cancer. And we got to go to his funeral in Memphis and celebrate his life. They sang a song that they said was very meaningful to him. And some of the lyrics go that God just keeps running after, he's running after me. And I had never heard that song before. Maybe it's a newer song, like Christian song, but I had not heard it before. When we first came to Crosspoint, we were here. We brought our daughter to the first service, sang the first group of songs. Then the pastor, Mark, came up and he talked. And then afterwards, the very next song you played was God's running, he's just running after me. And it resonated with me, and it resonated with Savannah, because I don't think she had heard that song either, but she said, I like that song. What is that? And I said, I don't know. Let's go back and maybe we'll watch the app and we'll find it. Or maybe we can talk to Joseph about this. But it really engaged Savannah and I, in a way that I just wouldn't have seen that before.
Yeah, and I remember the life group, it can be a little social anxiety whenever things are not, like I don't know what's coming. I'm a planner. And so whenever they're like, go into your life group, I'm like, well, what is a life group? What do I do with that? I'm like, okay. So we came down that hallway, and people were encouraging us to go into the room. Well, where are you? Like, where are you in your life? How many kids do you have? What are your age of your kids? And so we told them, we're like, okay, well, you're in this room. And we're like, okay, cool. Like, we'll just sit down. I was like, just sit down somewhere, find us a spot. Like, come on. And he's looking at me, I'm like, no, I'm looking at you. So I wanted to profess my faith and get baptized. And I was so nervous that day. I really was. And I organized their shirts in the back, like the baptized shirts, and it was just so much fun. But so I got baptized, and I was just so excited. After I got baptized, my friend texted me photos of the whole thing, and everybody was so supportive. It was just like a birthday, and it was just so cool. Like the support that you get here and the friendships that are made. I mean, it easily just lasts a lifetime. They pray for you, they guide you. And so then recently I was asked, hey, do you want to teach the older elementary schools, Sunday school? And I was like, well, I'm going to have to think about that and pray on it. That sounds really intimidating. But then after church, my daughter learned that I was volunteered for that. And I was like, well, sure, I'll do it. Then on Sunday, this past Sunday, was my first time to do it. And it was a wonderful experience. I loved it. And I'm a person that loves to be on stage. I'm very comfortable talking in public. And so the opportunity to teach the young elementary students about God and to spend time with my daughter and to see me leading the class, it was so much fun. It was just a wonderful experience. And so I'm really excited. I'll be teaching Sunday school once a month. So that's brand new for me. I've never prayed out loud, and I prayed out loud. And so that was really good. And yeah, I mean, I love being able to serve, and what it does for me is like really pushes me to open my Bible throughout the week and prepare for the lesson in the week. Or I want to have more conversations with my daughter and she's asking me questions. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm a deer in headlights. Let's go get our Bible. We'll figure this out. And bring your dad.